Meanwhile, as far as Uber tonight, you got to weigh both the ride business, which is exposed to a reopening, versus the eats business, which is kind of exposed to a stay-at-home.
It is, although I think people, in my observation, tend to like that mix a little bit better, just because, again, it seems like they can be, one of the main providers of something. It's not going to go away. You have consumer habits that have been built in a certain way. So we'll see if there's either a balance there or it's just kind of like spoiling the story.
One of the big names we're going to watch for after the bell tonight. Speaking of bells, let's get the opening one and the CNBC real-time exchange at the Big Board Digital Media Group Arena, celebrating its uplisting, and NASDAQ, the National Black MBA Association, celebrating Black History Month. So as far as CPI goes tomorrow, Mike, kind of all these tactical games saying, well, if it's hot, market's likely to go down less than it would go up if it were cold. I mean, how do you game this, or can you even do that?
I don't know if it's that easy to game in the sense of this number in a vacuum, obviously. I have to weigh it against the fact that, we've been saturating ourselves in inflation alarm for well over a year right now. Market-based expectations for inflation in multiple years have actually come down off their highs. So nobody thinks this is kind of runaway. It's all about informing what the Fed is going to do, what other central banks are going to do. And right now, we've priced in something close to maybe 5 hikes from the Fed this year. So that's why I wonder what the direct takeaway is going to be from this number. Obviously, if the areas that are supposed to ease up a little bit don't ease up, it's going to be another excuse for people to say, hey, Fed's behind the curve. Let's talk about 50 basis points in March, in which case, if you really get that priced into the market, obviously Fed officials are going to have to kind of weigh in on that and say, do we really want that front-loaded type initial tightening move, Morgan, or not?